Hello badminton fans and welcome to Badminton Racket Review and to the final part of this 2019 test session. I have with me here the Abroz Shark Tiger. Before we go on to talk about the racket, I have to keep repeating this. So there are changes currently taking place within the E-Zone. If you're not familiar with the E-Zone, well, the E-Zone is the racket comparison platform at the badmintonracketreview.co.uk website, where you get an intense amount of information on rackets. You can compare rackets and you can go into each racket with great detail, listings of performance. There's video reviews in there, there's JPEGs, there's various stuff. It's called the E-Zone. It's a platform which contains close to 700 rackets now, over a 4-year period of testing, which is unprecedented in the sport. Anyway, for those of you who are familiar with the E-Zone, we are going to be changing the E-Zone for 2020. The scoring system is going to change. There's a wider range of scores. We will talk more about this in 2020. This is going to give you an even deeper view, an objective and subjective view of the rackets. This is based on feedback we've been given from our current subscribers and emails and other messages we've received. Also, the control test where we were doing drop shots into buckets has now been removed, and we are now assessing control based on a wider variety of shots. So net play at the back end of the court, forehand, backhand. That's also a change from our previous testing. And in terms of the format of this video today, we are going to now go into the price, availability, specs of the racket from the manufacturer, E-Zone specs, and the design, and then we will conclude on what we think of this racket immediately. And for those of you who like to see the E-Zone testing, that will precede the conclusion of this racket, so that people who are looking just to get the information can get the information and go, and those of you who like to see the testing can still see the testing take place. Okay, so the Abroz Shark Tiger, similarly to the Abroz Hammerhead and the Abroz Force Light, all three 2019 releases from Abroz, all three of them retailing at £49. If you're looking to buy them within Europe, you need to go to www.badminton-racket-review.com. If you're looking to buy them within Asia, you can go to Badminton Bay and use this code here on the screen at your checkout point, and you will get a discount from them for buying this racket. Okay, so that's availability, which essentially makes this quite available. We can supply it to you if you're in America, or we sent plenty of rackets out to America. We spent loads of rackets out to Australia, Canada, Europe, obviously. If you're in Asia, you may be better off buying it from Badminton Bay using our discount code, so that you may save on the shipping costs, because they're based in Malaysia and maybe more local to you. Right, so let's now talk about the specs of this racket. So we go on to the E-Zone page. We have the specs here. So the weight of this racket, 78 plus or minus 2 grams. Obviously very light. The E-Zone testing shows this racket to weigh 81.3 grams, so a slight variation there. That's obviously with the grip supplied by Abroz and the Yonex BG 65 string, which is what we use in all of our E-Zone testing. The balance point of this racket, 295 millimeters plus or minus 5 mil. The E-Zone testing shows it to have a balance point of 311, so the balance slightly more in this direction in the shaft. The balance point is only ever based in the shaft. No one measures balance point into the head of the racket, but they do refer it to be angling towards the head, to be evenly balanced, or more towards the handle if it's headlight. The flex on this racket, it says here right in the middle, medium flex. It's a medium flex racket shaft, and our own E-Zone testing also confirms it to be a medium flex racket. Now, other information that you may find helpful: maximum string tension 30 pounds. Racket is made and produced in China, and it is made of graphite. Doesn't tell me the grip size. Do we have a grip size? We don't have a grip size on the racket. Nope. And it also has the aero wave system similarly to the Abroz hammerhead. In terms of design, well, I think that Abroz have taken heed. They do, I have to say, they do listen. They are one of the manufacturers that stay in touch with us, always looking at our feedback, always looking at what you guys think of their products. And I have to say they are very, very responsive as a manufacturer, and that is why they're doing so well with their strings, so well with their rackets, because they are listening to the marketplace, the players, you people. You count. Your voice counts, and you know they're listening to that. So they have tried to step up the design of their rackets. I think I prefer the hammerhead design myself. This has got some nice bright colours with some graphic work in the head. It's not Kawasaki-esque, it's not Victor-like, but it is really quite impressive for a £49 racket. And we have to ask ourselves, do we want to pay more money and get a better design, or should we keep Abroz where they are in that £40 to £50 marker and offering amazing value for money, which Abroz generally do. But nevertheless, take a look at the design of the Shark Tiger. I think they've tried to create a wavy sort of combination of a shark and a tiger design. I can see where they're going with it, but take a look at the close-ups and see what you think of the design for yourself. So if you're looking to purchase a Shark Tiger, you're wondering how does this racket perform? Well, it scored a respectable score, a very respectable score on the E-Zone testing. I can tell you that if you're using this racket, as you can imagine, at its weight point, it feels very, very light to use. It feels reasonably quick in the air. For some reason, it doesn't feel as aerodynamic as the Abroz hammerhead did to us. That felt quick, and it feels medium stiff, as the manufacturer in our testing suggests. It doesn't feel overly flexible. Now, some of the people who the Abroz Nano 9900 is one of the highest scoring rackets in the E-Zone. Many people have bought the racket. We've had massive amount of positive feedback on that racket. Some people took a few months to get used to it, some people immediately liked it, some people bought one then bought five, and that happened quite a lot. The only negative feedback we've received is from, I think, 3 people, which is fair enough, you know, because it's very unlikely one racket is going to work for the whole world. And it was for one really advanced player wrote in and said, look, he found that the racket was too light and too flexible, and he didn't like that fact. And that's cool, you know, that's great. Love that, appreciate that feedback, appreciate it. So I don't think you're going to find this too flexible. I think the medium flex is correct, but you are going to find it extremely light in the air. Something about it dulls its air performance, its air speed compared to the hammerhead. If you want the quickest of them, then the Force Light or the hammerhead are, I mean, the Force Light is electrifyingly quick in the air. It's amazingly lively frame. And the hammerhead is also very, very lively. So is the Venom, in fairness. The overall performance on this racket, I would say that it has its main strengths are it has a very, very decent level of control. It's very good if you get yourself into a drive situation, and it offers really decent levels of defense. Where it is not as good as the hammerhead Venom or the Nano 9900 is on the attack. It's harder to get the timing right, and it's harder to put those smashes down hard with this racket. If that is not a big deal to you, then it's worth trying this racket. It's built very well. We've never ever had an Abroz complaint, quality issue ever with their strings, with the rackets. For £49, don't think you're getting something cheap. This racket is really well built. We have full faith in Abroz's manufacturing process and the people behind Abroz. They are extremely decent people who know what they are doing. So I think if you're a strategic player, if you're a tactical player, you're a player where power isn't everything, you know, you're happy to just be able to hit the shuttle in a downward direction, keeping pressure on, and you're a deceptive player, always looking to move your opponents around the court and not always looking for power to finish. And if you're playing at the front, you're looking for those blocks, this racket will perform very well in all of those areas. And if you are getting attacked, its defensive capability, its drive capability is very, very good. Now, I hope you found that helpful. That concludes what we think of the Abroz Shark Tiger. I'm going to now move on to talk about the E-zone testing. So before I do that, I just want to thank you all, for all of you who are now going to tune out because you've had the conclusion of this racket. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for the love you've shown us. Please leave reviews on the YouTube channel. Please leave reviews in the E-zone. Please keep sharing. Please keep liking. You're amazing, absolutely amazing. So much response. E-zone has done so well this year in terms of its the membership. It's just growing and growing and growing. We've had, like, I think memberships from over 120 different countries now. So really happy, but we want to see more feedback from players on the E-zone so that it becomes a platform where people can come on, not only see what we think of the rackets, but also what you all think of the rackets. You know, I've said this many times. We're going to continue to push this message out to you all. We are very happy to receive feedback, providing it's done in a way that's helpful to other people. I mean, if you to write back a lot, what a load of rubbish, these guys don't know what they're talking about, well, how is that helpful? You know, what specifically don't we know what we're talking about? What specifically are you saying? So it's, you know, the point you're making, even if it's critical, it's impossible to make everyone happy. No one on this planet ever religiously, pop stars or politicians have ever made everyone happy. That's not going to happen. We know that. So whatever you've got to say it, but make it helpful so other people reading it can get, oh, I see the point of view. I see what this person's saying. That's all good with us. We're not going to object to that. We welcome that, whether that's on the E-zone or on the YouTube channel. Thank you again for all of that. If you're familiar with the E-zone, you know how we test. You can sign off. If you're not, stay tuned. Let me tell you a little bit about the E-zone. The E-zone. The E-zone is a platform where we test badminton rackets and we display the results in a as clear as possible method that we could find, so that you can compare rackets. You can toggle between performances if you're looking for a beginner's racket, intermediate, advanced player's racket, if you're looking for the balance point, if you're looking for the smash speed, the maneuver speed, if you're looking for the overall score of the racket, you can toggle within the E-zone. You can filter in the E-zone. You can just go to quick results for the top 10 best performing rackets on the planet, top 10 most flexible overall performance rackets on the planet, so on and so forth. Now, every racket, every test we do, we use the same shuttles, the Yonex AS30s. Every racket is re-strung with Yonex Speed G65 at 25 pounds of tension, and we use the same player for all our tests. The testing we do on court now, it used to be 3 tests. Well, we actually do a lot more testing than we did before, but where we use cameras and various technology to measure the head speeds of the racket, the shuttle speed of the racket, is a smash test and the maneuver test. The smash test and the maneuver test, we have 6 shots. If the tests go well, we're happy with the tests. We take the top 2 readings from both those tests, and we get for the smash shot a average smash speed and an average smash score, and for the maneuver test we get an average head speed and therefore a maneuver score. So here are the tests taking place now for the Shark Tiger. Straight after that, we're going to be signing out from this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave your feedback, please like, please share. We'll see you next time around. Here's the tests.